AniMat! 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 Oh, hey AniMat, what's up? I just got an amazing idea! What you mean? The next review, dude! I just got an extraordinary idea! Oh, we're really gonna put on a show with this one! Okay, so what are we reviewing? Okay, hear me out on this. Office Space.
Office Space? You mean that 1999 comedy with, wait, who's that guy again? Ron Livingston and Jennifer Aniston? Why that film? Aren't we supposed to be more animation focused? Yeah, but believe it or not, the movie does have some major animation connections, especially with the guy who both wrote and directed the feature, Mike Judge. Wait, Mike Judge? Wait, hold on, why is that familiar? Oh, you mean the guy who made Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill? He made this film? Yeah, and not only that, but also the movie itself is based on a bunch of animated shorts called Milton.
I used to have my own stapler too, and then when I moved back, they made me give back my stapler, and if they make me give it back, I'll set the building on fire.
Oh, I see what you mean now. It has the animation connection with Mike Judge, and it's a cult favorite. I mean, well, it wasn't a box office hit when it first came out, but it eventually grew a prominent fan base, and now many have considered it one of the best comedies in recent years. That and some scenes are pretty iconic, like the kind that you see parodied all the time.
Alright, I'll hand it to you that you might have something with this, but what are we gonna do? Well, I'm honestly still trying to figure that out, but don't worry. I know that this is going to be the perfect setup in order to create an epic story with this review. On a movie about office work? Isn't that a bit of a stretch to go big on that? Oh, come on! You know that there have been more desperate excuses to cram in a pointless storyline in a review? Yeah, good point. By the way, did you talk to the others about this? I'm in the process of that right now, actually. Oh, which reminds me. Hey, dude! Sorry about that. Am I interrupting anything? Oh, no. I was just rehearsing. What's up? I just want to double check if you got any ideas for the Office Space review. Yeah, I did, and I think a good place to start would actually be with the movie's comedy.
Like, the reason why Office Space is so beloved is because how the movie is centered on its comedic style. It's not just making fun of office environments, but it's a whole satire on white-collar workspaces. It finds the humor in the misery of working every day at a 9-to-5 job and even taking the little things that regularly happen that's no real problem, but can drive someone mad. Oh yeah, but I think I might know why it does work though. Mike Judge is kind of a master of finding comedy in the ordinary. You look at something like King of the Hill and he knows what he can make fun of that's usually considered part of life of the average American family. Same with Office Space. He's aware of the subtle elements in the workforce that drives people crazy and amplifies it to capture the relatability in a stupid situation. Even if people don't work in an office, they'll still find something to connect to, like the boss you secretly hate that always pushes you around, making a big deal on such a stupidly insignificant thing, the paranoia if you might even have a job tomorrow, or fighting against a machine that's not doing its task properly. Yeah, no wonder some of the jokes would later become popular memes on the internet.
Yeah. If you could just go ahead and make sure you do that from now on, that would be great.
That is why I was thinking that we should do that as our review. That we make a whole parody of the movie and imitate some of the scenes in order to prove some of our points. We can go and rent an entire office complex as our studio. Don't worry, the audience won't know the difference. We could also go and buy some props, go get some costumes, and of course, if we ever plan out to go and make something really crazy, then we'll use some animation. Whoa! Use animation? Isn't that gonna take us forever and will cost us a fortune? Relax, dude. We're reviewers. For reviewers and commenters, animation just means make a handful of drawings of a goofy-looking cartoon avatar. Isn't that right?
No budget? No problem.
Oh, okay. But, what about the characters, though? Shouldn't we start thinking about that?
Way ahead of ya. The writing guys are already working on that.
Do you think we're gonna need a whole cast for this? I think we have no choice. If we're gonna be like the movie for the sake of the review, then we should get some people to act like the characters.
The comedy isn't just the only memorable thing in the movie, you know. It also has a cast of colorful characters that help show how life can be working at an office, with each person presenting their individual quirks and unique little issues that they've grown to hate, like the hot-headed Samir, Michael Bolton, who's not related to the pop star, the unenthusiastic boss, Bill Limberg, and of course, the one that started it all, the mumbling Milton.
And I told Dom, too, because they've moved my desk 4 times already this year, and I used to be over by the window and I could see the squirrels, and they were married.
Ah, but don't forget about the main employee of the picture, Peter. It's mostly his story where he hates his life as an office worker, but one hypnotherapy session later, he decided not to give a crap anymore and just do whatever he wants, which is, well, nothing. Since this is a satire, Peter is like what every white-collar worker wants to be. He decided to just not worry about his life or paying the bills anymore and just do what he pleases, including going out with a girl he likes named Joanna and impress her with his newfound carefree attitude, on top of helping his friends out who got screwed over by the company. But you know what really makes these characters work in the film? The writing? Well, yeah, that, but mainly it's the acting. The actors really got their characters spot on in order to bring out a performance that's either genuine to show them as relatable people with real issues, or as a complete caricature of the kind of hateable people at the office to make fun of them.
I have people skills. I am good at dealing with people. Can't you understand that? What the hell is wrong with you people?
Yeah, I do see your point. I'm just worried if we're going to need a lot of people for this review. I mean, yeah, sure, we know AniMat is going to be playing the role of Peter, but how many people are we gonna hire for all this for all the other parts? We'll just go and check what they got at the union, and we'll just hire a few guys and a few girls, and then at that point we should be all good. Oh! You know what would be a great idea, though, that could save up a lot of money? Maybe we should go and bring up some recurring characters from older videos, and we can use them to play some of the characters as well. That way, it can also work out as a bit of a throwback, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, that's actually nice.
Hey, great idea, man. You guys bring in the recurring characters, I'll bring in the actresses.
You know what? Maybe scratch the whole recurring characters thing. It'll just be confusing for newcomers. Yeah, good point. Alright! I think we should be all set for this. I'm hearing all these amazing ideas, and I just cannot wait to put them all together for the review. Yeah, it's great. But thinking about the movie, there might be one problem, though. What's that?
Well, it's not just with the review, but also it's a problem with the movie. Okay, maybe it's just my opinion, but it's a very minimal movie. So what? Being minimal ain't that bad, and the movie does a good job with it since it gives a lot more focus to the comedy and the realism. Okay, yeah, true. Maybe problem isn't the right word here. I mean more that the minimalism is like a double-edged sword. Like you said, it does benefit from it, but on the other hand, it ends up offering little as a movie. Think about it. Is there much of an actual story that's present? Do the characters have much development outside of their personalities? Maybe you get a little bit from Peter, but other than that, not really. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Admittedly, it does happen when I watch it and feel like some of the scenes are kind of slow or just confused that it takes a while to set up for just one joke.
Exactly! I'm just worried that we might end up doing a little bit too much for the sake of talking about a simple film. I mean, if the movie itself is trying to be minimalistic, then why should we make things so overcomplicated? Sounds a bit counterintuitive, right? Yeah. But technically, we are just following the footsteps of the movie. So if we are being like the movie, then that sense of minimalism and simplicity can hopefully carry on to the review. Well, I guess. Don't worry. If we are like the movie, then we'll end up feeling like the movie. It only makes sense, right? Now come on, it's time to meet up with the others to make our plans come together. Awesome. I actually did found this little complex, and it has a bunch of offices here and there, and it does have a pretty large storage room in the back, so it gives us tons of possibilities of what we could do in that area.
What the fridge is going on here?
We're preparing for the review! We're just trying to figure out all the places we could go to filming, and which actors that we should go hire, and what kind of story we should put in throughout the whole review.
What? Are you all out of your mind? Are you guys trying to make a review or just one big elaborate comedy sketch? Because with all the ideas you're trying to say, it sounds like you're just making for the latter.
Well, it's not like we're gonna make a whole feature film out of this. Yeah, I'm thinking that with the stuff that we got and with the whole narrative that we want to build onto the review, we're thinking the whole thing could be like, 45 minutes long?
45 minutes? On reviewing one movie? Are you kidding me? You better bring up a whole lot of amazing explanations, a lot of analysis, and a whole lot of criticisms if your review is 45 minutes, or even 30 minutes for that matter. Otherwise, if you're mostly going to be spending your time on just little comedy bits, or trying to set up your joke for 2 minutes each, then all the points you're going to make on the film will fall flat, and it will make you look pretentious beyond belief. Think about it, guys. Why would you need an entire studio, union actors, and a big elaborate storyline if the whole point of the video is just to express your opinion on just one movie? Did it ever occur to you that maybe, just maybe, you might be overdoing it?
Well, what would you do with the Office Space review?
Just like what we usually do. Just say our thoughts on the movie. All you gotta do is say that Office Space is a clever comedy that satirizes the misery on white-collar work, a commentary on everyday adult life, and makes fun of the little inconveniences that annoy us. Sure, it doesn't do a whole lot as a movie by offering little story and character development, but it more than makes up for it with great acting, memorably unique characters, and of course, the top-notch comedy. This is to movies like what The Office is for TV and what Dilbert is for comics. As for my recommendation, this is more for adults to check out. Not because there's too much sex and violence that kids couldn't watch, but more because it talks about adult problems that adults would understand more and relate to. Overall, it's a very solid 8 out of 10 movie. It's simple, but also very effective. If the movie can keep it simple, then so should our review.
Hey, wait a minute. We've done sketches before, even ones that would cover the entire review. Why is it that suddenly you're changing your mind and be against it all of a sudden?
I never said that I was completely against it. In fact, I feel like they could be great to go and spice up reviews. But you should never let these jokes nor these stories overshadow the actual review part in the review. If you would rather make comedy sketches instead of just making reviews, then quit reviewing altogether and just make sketches instead of just forcing out your reviews on videos that rather want to be funny than to actually be informative. You get what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I see what he means. I never really thought about that. Yeah.
So what do we do now? It's easy. We can add a little bit of comedy here and there. But let's not forget that our mission is to create a review. Our goal is to go and express our thoughts and our feelings that we have experienced when watching the subject at hand. And if we can keep that as our main focus and add a little bit of humor at the same time, then I'm sure that we will succeed in making a thoughtful and maybe even an entertaining review. So, are you guys all ready for this?
Yeah!
Then let's do this!
You know what? Screw this. I'm just gonna do a straightforward review.
okay, but that's the last straw.